All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is taken at the 3. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Waiting. Mike, 44. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
On the ground, Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Wentz now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give him some space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Run. They kill. They force Tokyo. Five. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Throwing now is Wentz. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. Everyone gets them amped up as they go forward.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Here we go.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Wentz going to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
44 Mike. Check. Hey, box drop. SOS. 44's the Mike. Hey, me and you all done.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Wentz. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Tackles. 44's the Mike.
Wentz to throw again. He's going to take a shot for the end, and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Set. 95-56. You're good. Right forward, ready.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go. Check 37. Hey, easy. 53 seconds.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Curtis Samuel with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Ready. 5-9. Mike. Go. Check.
Throw left side complete. It's Malone. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Airing one out for Boyd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end, and it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Breeze. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
36.
Breeze now on first down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go. Waiting. Hey, stat. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Hey, exit. 50 seconds.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, well, they at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Go. 180. 59. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Switch like black. Come on. Switch it.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come. 57's the mic. Watch 57. I'm going to run you.
Throwing is Wentz. And he finds Howard complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz. That is caught at the 7. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Ringo. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Hey, defense. Let's 5-7. 41.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Alert 3.
Now Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
We're good. Slide forward, ready.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it, 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are in for 6.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Wentz now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. Breeze now. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rasul Douglas picks it.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. On play action, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Here we go. Let's go, Heavy. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Hey, Team 6. 44's the mic. Hey, kill.
Now Wentz on third down. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Watch the screen. Kill. Mike, 53. Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Wentz now on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Curtis Samuel, 68 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On second down, here's Mixon. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
Now Breeze lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Eagles 49, Bengals 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
I'm coming after you. Check 26, check 26.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 16-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Breeze. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Wentz going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wentz. He's got a first down past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Howard. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike, 5'9", 5'9".
Babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way. Hey, Delta.
44.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Howard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
That's me.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. That's caught by Howard. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Bryant is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big play that time on the catch and run. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015...
This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Mixon. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Oh, look at this. Wynn's going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Ramp. 57's the mic. Here we go. 57's the mic. Mike 57. Watch QB drop. Kill. Hey, check Mike 57. 57. I got him. This 57.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.